Hello everybody, and thank you for joining me today as we take a look at how to work with and submit assignments in Google Classroom. The focus of this video is on the things I have learned working with the software with both my children while we are working and schooling from home. Everything you see here will be performed on a Samsung Galaxy tablet and the mobile app version of the software. Please ignore any blurriness you see on the screen. That's just me editing out contact information, private email addresses, stuff like that that's not relevant. First, we need to go ahead and get logged into Google Classroom. If you have multiple accounts on your device, you'll have to select the one that your student's using for school. Once logged in, go ahead and select the classroom that your student's assignment is going to be done in. In this case, my son's in the dual language program, and we want to go ahead and select the one that's for the English portion of the program. His teacher, Ms. McCall, was nice enough to set up a practice assignment for us so that we could use it for this video. I should also point out here that this is what we have found that works. I have found other walkthroughs and instructions online that point out other ways of doing these same things. This consists of what works for us, and I will point out differences that I am aware of as I go through them. Let's go ahead and open our practice assignment. At this point, we'll see the slide that was assigned to our student by the teacher. We want to tap or double click that to go ahead and open it so that we can see what the actual work is. This is also where we run into our first deviation from other information that I've seen out on the internet. Some people say that you can actually edit the assignment from here and save it. We had tried it that way and had some errors. We go back to the assignment page and we tap the up arrow over your work and we go ahead and tap the assignment from there. Okay, the blank slide. This is one of the other consistent errors that we run into, and I have found a fix for this. We'll go over that in a second. When working correctly, this is a copy of the slide that the teacher originally put out for the students to work on. We're going to go ahead and not hit the copy of the pen up there. If kids click on the pen, it's going to let them draw on whatever is visible on the screen at the time, but it's not going to get them into the slide editor, which will give them the options to make the changes that the teachers have asked them to make in the assignment. What we want is the little box with the arrow pointing up out of it that we have circled up here in green. That's going to take the slide and open it in Google Slides, which is going to let the students make the different changes and edits that the teacher has requested for the slide when they posted the assignment. If you receive any sort of an error, or if it doesn't load the way it looks like it probably should, or similar to the way you see here in the video, we found in the beginning that since our tablets were brand new and we hadn't loaded any Google software on them other than Google Meet and Google Classroom, we had issues opening anything that was posted in Classroom, so we went ahead and installed Google Docs, Google Slides, and Google Drive. Once we had those installed, we did not encounter any further issues, except for that blank slide issue that I mentioned earlier, which I promise we're going to cover in another couple of seconds. Okay, quick tip. If you're on a mobile device and you need to add images to the slide that your kid's working on, then click the plus symbol up here and select image. And then if you have the camera, you can select camera and just take the picture. If you have images already stored on the device, choose from photos. In the case of our Galaxy tabs, from photos, we want to go ahead and select gallery or whichever other application you have your images stored in and import them directly from there. Let me speed up the rest of the slide editing portion of this just so we can get through it and back to submitting it and sending messages to our teachers. Okay, now we're coming up on another one of the deviations between what we've been doing here and other stuff I've seen on the internet. We have been hitting the back arrow that you're seeing down here in the lower right hand corner. I'm going to mark it here in a second. There we go. Other instruction I have seen online says you can hit the X in the upper left hand corner and achieve the same result. I'm going to go ahead and hit back because that's what we've been doing. That's what's been working for us. It's going to take us to the previous slide. This is where we would be expecting to see the work that we just did, only without the tools to edit it around us, but we're not. We have that blank slide again. This is the workaround we found for dealing with that. If you're on a mobile device, you want to go ahead and open up your Open Apps tray. So the 3 slashes in the lower left hand corner of your screen, you see them here on mine. If you hit that, it's going to show you everything you currently have open. You want to close all of them, or at least the Google apps, like we just saw here. You want to go back into the application. I'm going to go back to the assignment. When you open the assignment this time, you'll see all of your changes have been applied, like we have here. So now we want to turn our assignment back in, and we want to add a comment for our teacher. When you add comments here, at this screen, it's a private comment. The only people that can see it are, in theory, our kids when they're submitting it and the teacher when they receive it. This doesn't show up for the rest of the class. If they're worried about asking something that other people are going to see, that doesn't happen here. Once they type it in, they go ahead and hit the arrow pointing off to the right and it's submitted. Next we want to hit turn in on the assignment itself. This takes it away from us and gives it to the teacher. If it's within 24 hours or that same calendar day, a student can hit unsubmit and take that assignment back and make additional edits to it. That's how I understand it so far. I hope anybody who comes across this finds it helpful. Other than that, I wish everybody luck while we do this whole homeschooling thing with our students, and bless the teachers.